Okay, good morning everyone. And continuing with Rabbi Hanini ben Dosa's statement that unless there's yirat chet, unless there's fear of heaven, there can't be wisdom. Wisdom will not endure. And there is a really fascinating midrash about the murder of Cain by his brother Hevel. The Torah actually doesn't give us the reason as to why this murder took place. Interestingly enough, we just know that God turned to Cain's to Abel's Hevel's sacrifice, but not to Cain's. So the Midrash offers three explanations as to the cause of this argument. The first one was that Cain and Hevel decided to divide the world between them, and Cain was going to own all the land, and Hevel was going to take possession of all the movable property. And then Cain turned around to Hevel and said, "The ground on which you're standing is mine." And Hevel said, "Hang on a second, the clothing that you're wearing is mine." And this led to a big argy-bargy, and they began shouting, "Give me back my ground, take off your clothes," a sharp disagreement, and ultimately it led to bloodshed. That's reason number one. Reason number two was that Cain and Hevel apparently divided everything equally between them, the earth and all the movable property, but then they quarreled about the location of the holy temple, and each one wanted it in their territory, and so they fell out over this and it led to bloodshed. And the third was that Hevel was born with a twin sister, and they argued over who she should belong to. He said, "She's my sister, so she belongs to me." Cain says, "I'm the older brother, so therefore I'm going to take her." And there was an argument over the sister, which led to bloodshed. Fascinatingly, what the sages are telling us in this midrash is that in this First World War, because that's essentially what it was, there were only four people in the world, the arguments, the causes of war will always depend upon one of three factors. Either it's going to be economic, about resources, yes, who is entitled to which. There's oil in the ground over there, or they're precious whatever it is, gems, etc. And wars are fought over territory, not because territory itself is important, but because the economic resources that it produces. The second reason for wars in this world is religion. Yeah? Where was the Holy Temple going to be? And of course, one of the biggest reasons for people killing each other is women. I'm so sorry, I do apologize, but sometimes women kill men for the same reason. So here you have the underpinnings of all the things that go wrong in the world, just from this little story of Cain and Abel. And so the conclusion over here is, in each one of these instances, wisdom, people would come up with rationalizations, and these rationalizations ultimately led to bloodshed, led to destruction, led to unhappiness. Why does this happen? And the answer is, says our author, because there was no yirat chet. Underneath all of this, unless there's fear of God, you see that you can create fantastic reasons and rationalizations to do whatever you want, and you can destroy the world in the process, because there's no yirat chet. And the example that he wants to bring is a fascinating one. Never actually have seen this medrash before, but it really is quite fascinating that the sages almost preempted an understanding of all the things that would cause the world wars and enmity between people. It's either going to be about resources, it's going to be about religion, or it's going to be about ownership of relationships.